Kinky Nick is in the news again. I'm calling him Kinky Nick for good reason, because he's in the news for being, well, kinky. And I have nothing against being kinky, okay? Being kinky is perfectly fine, being Kinky Nick. But the problem is, Nick Fuentes is known for his far-right, Holocaust-denying tendencies. And so the type of kinkiness he engaged in is a little strange, given his political persuasions. I was told this right before stream, and so quickly I had to get all the information because I'm just so excited by the news. And really, if you knew Nick Fuentes, from 2 or 3 years ago when the whole Catboy Cammy stuff went down, this isn't that much of a surprise. But Andy Worski, an old, I guess you could say, skeptic legend, if you can call him that, until, he took that firearm. That's a whole other story. He tweeted out, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Nick Fuentes just deleted a tweet with a video where he was looking at his analytics. All the tabs were opened and people saw a girl blowing someone. But someone has just matched the video to trans. Nick Fuentes is enjoying trans." Now, I've looked at the image. This is like the original tweet. You can see all these like different tabs open to show that he's so much more relevant than this person, yada, yada, yada. Now, this is the actual tweet in question where it has the image. I can't scroll up because if I scroll up, I will be showing, on stream. But what I can do is I can do you all one better. I can read you the title of the video the image was matched to. Trust me, it's good quality content. T-girl sucking a femboy's blank and then he jerks until blank. By Alice Unique. It has 662,000 views and 1,000 likes, 347 dislikes with an 81% like rate. Quality stuff. Gonna be honest. Not of the worst quality. Could be worse. I think generally Nick Fuentes seems to have nice taste when it comes to this category. So, good job on being a connoisseur of good erotic content, as it were. Obviously, though, the thing that's humorous about this is the fact that Nick Fuentes is extremely anti-queer, extremely anti-trans. Now, technically, if you were me and I was the lawyer in Nick Fuentes' corner, never want to be in that position, I could make the argument, well, jury of my Groyper fans, technically, think it out, it's a trans woman and a femboy. Now, there's a lot of queer aesthetics around this, and it's still technically under the LGBTQ plus label, but technically, since it's a trans woman and a femboy, it is technically not gay. It's technically not gay. Just because the boy is feminine does not make it gay, since the boy in question is sleeping with a woman, even though they're trans. See, the problem is he would say that they're not really a woman. I would say they are, and so he would have to put his complete trust in me, the lawyer, to save him out of this situation, right? I think I could do it. I think I could Phoenix write him out of the situation. Sadly, though, Nick Fuentes, I don't think he will be purchasing my services in the near future. You can email me at dylanburnstv@gmail.com if you need me to explain this to your audience, Kinky Nick. But again, he's extremely transphobic, and that is the irony. And so we're once again at the time-old tradition of, where is it? Here it is. Anti-gay politicians when no one is watching them. Outside of me being his lawyer here, and outside of me stating the obvious that he's extremely transphobic, it's not that surprising that we continue to see this trend of Madison Cawthorn in extremely homoerotic situations with his buddies, totally not bisexual, as he brings his very attractive male assistant on his honeymoon before getting a divorce not too shortly thereafter. Now, why is it that we keep running into these anti-queer politicians or anti-queer political commentators who end up, engaging in LGBTQ plus, what do we call it? Munchies? I don't know. The erotic side. I think a lot of it is repression. I think a lot of these people could be self-hating queers, and one of the ways they've reacted to being gay or being, interested in that type of genitalia is that they repressed it, and didn't only repress it, but then hated themselves. And then through their hatred of themselves, they put it outward and then told all of their fans and all of their supporters that they should also hate queerness. They should also be scared of trans people or gay people or femboys or hell, just maybe pornography in general. I think that might be part of it. I think some of it might just be monetary interests. For Milo Yiannopoulos, for example, he's been going on this like, hey, I'm a reformed gay now. I'm no longer a homosexual. I am no longer queer. I am now straight. Now, he is not that straight. If he was a doornail, he wouldn't be the straight door. You'd be the doornail. You miss and you hit it and you bend it. He's that doornail. He's lying, though, because he wants to make money because he spent it all and is very bad with his personal finances. So Milo Yiannopoulos is now selling Virgin Mary statues on far-right Christian television networks and internet programs because that's the best way for him to make money, is to pretend to not be gay, pretend to have had this coming to God moment where God told him, Milo, the one thing I need you to do is stop being gay. Instead of, I don't know, feed the homeless or, help the needy, it was just stop kissing men. I guess that's what God preoccupies himself with. And so that's his grift. So it might be financial motivations. It might just be the old, hey, I want power, and if I ignore myself being gay, I can have power within the Republican Party, because who knows better how to trash talk a queer than another queer, and ain't that the truth? It could be any number of things, but this isn't the first time we've seen Nick Fuentes in a queer or semi-queer position before. If any of you remember, there was also the Catboy Cammy arc, where Nick Fuentes went on what can only be described as a date with, what would you know it, a femboy wearing cat ears. Huh. And I also believe there are certain types of images of this Catboy on the internet as well. Isn't that interesting? In fact, if you look it up, you can find archived videos of it and re-uploads of him on this date. It's quite an adorable experience. Look at this. Look at this.
Noon or 1, and then I just kept watching YouTube videos. I just kept watching. I watched a lot of videos about dinosaurs. People would give me shit about. I said I don't believe in dinosaurs. So I was doing some research about that. Watching like some.
And it just goes on like this for forever. I mean, they're just chilling. They're just going out. They go out to an arcade and they play video games together, a little malt shop. They get, smoothies and French fries together and just chill, and, they have a nice romantic evening out. I mean, it's very nice. Now, do we see them engage in any kissing or hugging or anything that you could explicitly say, oh, look, they're dating? No. But I could feel the homoeroticism coming off the screen. And not to mention, if you're going out with somebody in cat ears, who's known for being a femboy, I mean, people ask questions. And also, moving on from this, there's one last thing about the story I just have to talk about, is now on the site this video was hosted on that Nick Fuentes was reacting to, there's comment sections. I don't know if any of you have actually gone down into the hub, and you know which side I'm talking about, the hub's comment sections. It's always an interesting experience. I've gone down there a few times to see the types of things people say about the content. And it's sometimes extremely funny because people just crack jokes like, what are you supposed to comment on a video? Like, good job. Really appreciated the athleticism on this one. I think really if they changed positions by maybe another 30 degrees, they could have used a more affecting thrust motion. Like, of course not. You're not. What are you going to do? Give them advice? You're going to spitball? So it's either somebody being like, God, I wish that was me, or people cracking jokes. But this video, which he was, watching in his, free time, now also has a comment section. So people have been going there and leaving comments. There's the title, of course. T-girl sucking a femboy's and then he jerks until... And if you go down here, I'm a kiwi farmer, mother effer. Nicholas J. Fuentes was here. All hail kiwi farmers. I love you, Mr. Knoll. Groiper sisters, not like this. We must secure the existence of our... We must secure an existence of our femboys and a future for white T-girls. Come hunting groipers on the case. T-slurs are the based. Nick Fuentes. Patriots in control. Groiper, groiper, groiper. Wow. Fantastic. A real bastion of culture on the internet we have found here. Oh, I actually had no idea what comment section of blank hub you were talking about. No, yeah, if you go into the hub's comment section, you can find some interesting stuff. If you're ever there, and I know my audience would never be there because you're all good Christian viewers, not like Nicholas J. Fuentes, who has strayed from the light of God. Go just check out the comment section. It's actually unbelievable the type of stuff you can find down there. I think there's whole like Reddit threads and Twitter threads just showing people's comments from there. And there's some pretty good content. Of course, the tweet now has been deleted. It seems that the account it was tweeted from has also been deleted. I don't think Nick Fuentes is saying that this is his account. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's saying that it isn't his account if he's reacted to this at all. But I mean, that's to be expected. You got to keep up your image. But I want to propose one thing before we wrap up on this segment, because this is a beautiful story of somebody coming out of the closet, and I don't want to ruin that moment. It's an important moment. I think I have found the perfect person for Nick Fuentes. Somebody who just went through a divorce, in fact. Somebody who's also, just like Nick, who's going through this Jaden drama with the black light on the couch and the ew, kissed a girl arc. Also, that weird statement about Nick Fuentes possibly believing he's the reincarnation of Stalin. Whole other thing. Somebody's also down on their luck. Somebody who also recently went through a divorce, somebody who recently actually found out they're going to be losing their job. I want to see Nick Fuentes, Kinky Nick, and Madison Cawthorn. I think they would be a perfect power couple. They could have a podcast together. They can I know Nick Fuentes has a lot of money in Bitcoin or whatever. He can go out into the woods with all of his bot farms that helps jack up his views on Cozy TV. I mean, he can go out into the woods and have a lovely, lovely existence. I'm sure it'll be fantastic with him and Maddie Cawthorn living out their final days in their little white ethno-state paradise, because it'll just be the two of them in the woods. They'll support each other until death do us part. And I know they won't get divorced another time because, again, they're good Christian men. He has like 2 cents. Oh yeah, Madison Cawthorn's leading the Dark MAGA movement, so they can like combine Cozy TV, Dark MAGA, the Groipers, and Dark MAGA into this one kind of black hole of racism. It could be like that. Could be it. That could be their movement. Homoerotic racism. I mean, if you look at a lot of the old fascist posters from Italy and Germany, they are extremely homoerotic, so I'm not that surprised. Not to mention the brown shirts had a reputation. A reputation, even if the Nazis were extremely homophobic, the brown shirts did have a reputation. Don't give them any ideas. I want to give them all the ideas. I want nothing more for those two people to live happily ever after. Happily ever after. Homoerotic racism reminds me of that Japanese guy. That doesn't really tell me much. That could mean literally anything. My goodness. The Nazis were fierce. Slay, queen. Slay. No, don't actually slay, queen. That's Poland. Oh, geez. Anyway, very interesting story. Good luck to Nick. I'm sure this is all totally fake, as he'll most likely comment upon.